Welcome to TPM Vid's Disney Beat, where we talk about all things Disney. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video. We also have Instagram and Twitter. You can find us at TPM Videos. At Disney's Animal Kingdom, you enter a world where you can explore Asia, Africa, take a ride into the Himalayas, explore the mythical world of Pandora, and get up close with some prehistoric dinosaurs.
Look at this dino.
All while you're still in Florida at the Walt Disney World Resort. Disney's Animal Kingdom opened on Earth Day on April 22, 1998. It cost nearly $1 billion to build and is Disney's largest theme park in the world. Now, across the park's 500-plus acres of land, it's home to about 2,000 animals representing 300 different species. But Disney's Animal Kingdom is not a zoo, it's much more. The park celebrates animals with a focus on conservation while placing you in immersive lands that will entertain you through live stage shows, thrill rides, water rides, and a one-of-a-kind African safari that takes up a whopping 110 acres all by itself. Kilimanjaro Safaris is actually bigger than the entire Magic Kingdom theme park, that's only 107 acres. When building Disneyland, Walt Disney himself wanted to include live animals on the Jungle Cruise, but didn't due to how unpredictable live animals could be. Well, fast forward 40 years, and Walt's idea of live animals at a Disney theme park, plus so much more, became a reality right in Florida. There's a lot of unseen Disney magic that goes into making Animal Kingdom the theme park it is. So today, we're going to be looking through the park's history and counting down the top 10 best secrets and facts of Disney's Animal Kingdom. Number 10. Out on a Limb. At the center of Animal Kingdom sits the iconic park's centerpiece. You see the Tree of Life, and you instantly think of Disney's Animal Kingdom. It stands 144 feet tall and 50 feet wide at the base. It features thousands of artificial branches, with some that even sway in the wind, and 103,000 2-foot-long artificial leaves. It's no ordinary tree, so the Imagineers needed something enormous to support the giant branches. Well, what they came up with was a massive upside-down offshore oil rig that formed the base of the Tree of Life. And speaking of the base of the tree, if you look closely, you'll notice animals carved into the tree trunk. It took 3 Imagineers and 10 artists a year and a half to carve 325 animals out of cement and plaster right into the tree. Next time you walk by, take an extra second to check out just how detailed all the carvings really are. Number 9. No plastic. Safety always comes first, and next to the guest safety, Disney wants to make sure all of its animals at the park are also safe. Well, as a preventative measure, Animal Kingdom doesn't have plastic lids for the cups and serves the drinks with a biodegradable paper straw. The no plastic rule at Animal Kingdom ensures that none of the animals would come into contact with plastic, since it could cause health risks. And even though it's a staple to be able to buy a balloon at a Disney theme park, you won't find these either at Disney's Animal Kingdom for the same reason as the plastic lids and straws. And if you bring a balloon into the park from another park, you'll have to check it at guest services before entering and then pick it up once you leave. Number 8. Divine. Now, you could say Animal Kingdom is divine, or you could say divine is divine. Well, it's a very easy thing to miss, but Divine is a very talented still performer completely covered with leaves and blends right into the dense foliage of Animal Kingdom. She made her debut with the park in 1998, and you can usually find her along the oasis paths in the mornings or on the pathway between Africa and Asia during the day. The performances last 20 minutes, and during her set, she roams around the area posing for pictures, but she'll never actually make eye contact with you. If you ask a cast member, they'll be able to tell you exactly when and where you can find her at the park. Number 7. 3 of a Kind. Pandora: The World of Avatar opened in May of 2017 and is completely breathtaking. The queue for Avatar Flight of Passage is probably one of the most detailed queues you've ever seen in a Disney park. As you head into the first cave, there's a lot of Na'vi paintings on the walls depicting banshees, symbolic drawings, and even some handprints. Well, as you're exiting the ride through the bottom level corridor, you'll find 3 more handprints, and these are no Na'vi prints. They're actually the handprints of Disney Imagineer Joe Rohde, who worked on designing Pandora, Avatar director James Cameron, and Avatar producer John Landau. Since they all had been working on this project since 2011, they decided that they wanted to leave their permanent mark right in Pandora. Number 6. It's a beast. Have you ever looked at the Animal Kingdom logo and noticed anything strange about it? Anything that stands out? I'll give you a second. Well, each animal in the logo was used to represent a different area of the park, but one species of animals that doesn't appear in the park are dragons. During the initial development and construction of Animal Kingdom, the park was designed to be built with an area called Beastly Kingdom. The land would have been a mythical world that focused on mythical creatures like unicorns, dragons, and sea monsters. But while they were building the park, Disney was severely over budget, so Beastly Kingdom was put on hold, and they created Camp Mini Mickey as what was supposed to be a temporary placeholder. Well, Beastly Kingdom was never built, and now that plot of land is home to Pandora, which in a sense is based on mythical creatures. So the Banshees are probably the closest thing to dragons we'll ever get to see in the park. Now, do you think that Disney will ever change the logo of Animal Kingdom? Let us know down below. Number 5. Safari Sets. Kilimanjaro Safaris is probably the most authentic safari ride you'll experience without going to Africa. But the safari adventure is sprinkled with a lot of Disney magic, giving the illusion that everything has always been there. It starts as soon as you enter the oversized Jeep. Well, actually, they aren't even Jeeps. Disney specially designed and retrofitted GMC trucks into vehicles that looked like Jeeps. And they don't run the vehicles on gasoline or diesel either. They actually use propane gas, which is a much safer alternative for the animals. Also, most of the tire tracks you see along your safari ride have been molded into cement to make them look like authentic tracks in the dirt. Now, at first glance on your safari ride, you may have noticed a lot of fallen tree stumps and rocks. Well, those serve a purpose as well. To encourage the animals to stay near the vehicles, Imagineers designed fake tree stumps and rocks that are actually feeders to keep the animals in viewing distance. And you know those enormous upside-down baobab trees? Well, those are props as well. All these trees found in Africa would have physically been impossible to relocate and replant in Florida, so Imagineers created very convincing replicas out of cement and plaster. And you might also hear your driver talk about the ostrich eggs that can be found on the ground.
Also on the right side, underneath the tree, those are indeed ostrich eggs.
Well, Disney actually uses fake eggs for a lot of their older bird species to sit on. When the birds know they already have younglings on the way, they're less compelled to lay more eggs, so this controls the overpopulation of the birds at the park. It still allows the younger birds to learn how to keep a nest, and also allows for guests to see some ostrich eggs on their safari adventure. Number 4. A record setter. Did you know that Expedition Everest is a record setter? Well, after 3 years of construction, 5,000 pounds of structural steel, and 10,000 pounds of concrete, the attraction officially opened on April 7, 2006. The ride cost the Walt Disney Company $100 million, and that price makes Expedition Everest the most expensive roller coaster ever built to date in the entire world. A portion of the cost does include the ride's extensive theming, but the mountain is part of the coaster. And at a height of 199 feet, it also holds the record for being the tallest mountain and the tallest structure in all of the Walt Disney World Resort. Number 3. Dino Land Detail. When it comes to Disney theme parks, everything has a backstory. So the story behind Dino Land USA is that it originally started as a small highway town where some dinosaur bones were discovered in 1947. When you're in Dino Land, you'll see a highway sign with the route number 498. Well, Animal Kingdom opened in April of 1998, so the route number stands for the 4th month, being April, and the year, 98. Also, as you make your way through Dino Land USA, you'll approach Chester and Hester's Dinorama, that's placed in the old parking lot nearby. The asphalt is faded with cracks and even has the parking spot lines. It's totally convincing that it's asphalt, but with the really hot Florida sun, asphalt can get very soft and could stick to guests' feet. So instead, Disney used concrete and made it look like asphalt. Fooled you, didn't it? Number 2. Extinct attractions. Although Animal Kingdom is the newest theme park at Walt Disney World, the park does contain some history of the past. One of the opening day attractions was the Discovery Riverboats. The boat's main purpose was to transport guests from the dock at what used to be Safari Village all the way to the dock in Asia, while giving guests a view of the surrounding area. Guests weren't too happy with the ride because it didn't offer anything exclusive that couldn't be seen on the walking paths around the Tree of Life. So due to low guest satisfaction scores, Disney closed the boat attraction on August 21st, 1999, just less than a year and a half after opening. Well, if you visit Animal Kingdom today, you're still able to see both docks around the river. The old Safari Village dock is located on the right as soon as you cross the first bridge onto Discovery Island, and is now a place for guests to relax. And the other dock in Asia is used for the King Louie and Baloo meet and greet. Also, the boats are still docked in the maintenance bay behind Theater in the Wild and are occasionally used as floating stages along the water. Number 1. Degrees of separation. Ever wonder how some of the animals on the safari, like the elephants or lions, never get too close to the ride vehicle? Well, Disney has secretly designed barriers that include water features, moats, and natural barriers to keep the animals completely separate from the guests. Take for instance the elephants. They have a 6-acre area surrounded by hidden moats that they wouldn't be able to cross over. And the lions? Well, they'll stay on Pride Rock for 2 reasons. 1. Because there's an 18-foot deep and 21-foot wide moat that separates them. And 2. The rocks have built-in air conditioning tubes. Disney brought these lions to Florida from Oregon. They had a difficult time adjusting to the heat and didn't want to be outside. So to solve this problem, Imagineers installed mini air conditioning tubes into Pride Rock to cool the lions down and to encourage them to stay out for guests to see.
So welcome aboard the Symbol 1.
Animal Kingdom is definitely a park that shouldn't be missed on your next trip to Walt Disney World. So, what's your favorite thing about Disney's Animal Kingdom? Do you have any other secrets or facts that weren't covered in the video? Leave a comment down below and start a conversation. If you have any videos from the Disney parks that you'd like to share with us to be used in future videos, follow the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Click the TPM icon on the screen to subscribe to this channel, and check out some of these other videos which we're sure you'll like.